pretty, ladies and gentlemen. So when you see them and you think that I don't look after them, hey boys, this is not Fight Club. You don't come in here and bash on each other. I told everyone what wonderful horses you are. So now that I'm riding my beautiful Australian stock horse, I'm going to treat these 3 horses just for a couple of minutes like stock. I've got 20 minutes, so I want to bring you into my life a little bit as an Australian stockman. If these were 3 head of cattle, it would be important for me to be able to keep them together and to put them into different positions, to take them from pasture to pasture, maybe hold them up in the middle to eat a little bit, get them back to the yards to be able to work with them. And I will work with them very much like I work with these horses here. These flight animals, and when I say flight animals, a prey animal that's really worried about getting eaten, it's natural for them. They're very easy to guide around, much easier than if you were chasing lions or tigers or dogs. When I'm pointing my eyes at the tail of these horses, I can send them right up the middle of the arena here, just by coming out in front of them. Oh look, and they're following along, that's lovely. Hope that's not for you to eat. I'm going to look out past them, send them off at a little turn here to the left, throw my eyes out in front of them and turn them off to the right. And this shows you just how important the power of a gaze is. You know, when people say stop staring at me, these horses are moving just from my stare. I'm going to take my eyes and throw them out here and send that little horse off to the left, send them off to the right. First I'll get that one to sniff. I'm really good at this. And now I'm going to go off and have them move a little bit more. So when I see that, when I see these animals do this all from my eyes looking at where they are, I think, wow, how much power have we had for so little. So when I ride very still. Here I'm going to crack my Australian stock whip in my right hand. We call this the stockman's voice in Australia, or at least I do, because you won't hear an Australian stockman scream or yell at his animals. He stays very quiet, he lets his whip do the talking. So if I throw that whip down there, that will have the cattle move off, and it's not to hit the cows with, it's just to make that noise. We can use it as a pointer. I can roll it out there towards Aussie's hip. Fellas, I'm a little embarrassed, you're very dirty. Now I'm going to put a little bit of speed on them. See if we can't step around. I'm going to try and put him in the middle of the arena here, under the spotlight. Then I'm going to get around. If you watch the horse that I ride, he's done about 5 flying changes there just to be in behind the horses. You'll notice that they sort of mob up, what we call a mob. The 3 almost become one, except for the pretty one with the white face. He's a bit of an individual. He likes to be out there on his own. Can you please go over and be part of the group? Now, there's a reason for that. He's the youngest. He's a 5-year-old, so basically he is a millennial, and he likes to do what he wants, when he wants to do it. So I'm going to bring 2 of them here, and Lightning's just going to stand there and do his own thing. He's quite happy to watch the others do it. He'd rather do it from his iPad. Oh, you're going to come along and be a part of it, aren't you? Nice. It's so funny. I'm going to show you some special things with the horse that I ride. He can canter sideways, canter in place, canter backwards. That little rat ignores me, lays down, rolls, signs autographs at the fence, and he's the most famous here at the show. Everybody wants his autograph. I've had several people tell me they're going to steal him, and that's from the best show jumpers. Even the dressage rider said they want to take him home, but I need him. Someone's got to know how to work the computer. So, come on, Lightning. So you'll notice they come along and work here, and you might say, well, Guy, what drives you to work them in a team like this? I love the mind of horses. I love to think, what can I get done with as little as possible? With humans, it can take a lifetime to create a relationship. My Nan and Pa had one. My grandparents, Pa would say something and Nan would finish his sentences. It was beautiful. I have the same thing with my wife. When we first got together, she used to yell at me to tell me that she was angry with me. Now she just has to screw her face up, and I know. See, there's become a relationship much deeper, and when I say that, my wife is wonderful. I'd be lost without her. She let the horses go here today. She's my partner and my friend and everything, so thank you, Emily, for what you did for us. Here I'm going to bring all 3 horses, side pass them here. Don't feel the need to clap, anyone can do it, it's easy. If you go on Lightning's Facebook page, he tells you how to do it. Step-by-step process. Hey Lightning, fellas, I'm really disappointed. You're very dirty. I had you so shiny before. Lightning's a little bit upset too, because he does spend about 6 hours in front of the mirror every day. And he is a pretty boy. That's not real, ladies and gentlemen. That white on his face, that's just makeup. He's He's actually a very dark coloured horse normally. I'm going to take him from my right, bring him up to my left. That's it, good boy. Here I'm going to come closer, pretend we're friends. Good boy. I'll tell you his breeding. He goes back to some of the very best horses in the racehorse world. So when you see him cantering around on the outside, his great-grandfather was a Firm won the Triple Crown in racing in America. An amazing horse. Hope. This special boy is an Australian stock horse. He came over with me on the plane with Spin Abbey, who's also an Australian stock horse in 2010. An Aussie, he was born in Texas. This beautiful boy, not so beautiful today, but this beautiful boy is a 2012 world champion from Road to the Horse, and he thinks that as a world champion he should be retired and on the ranch in Texas. I'm going to have them all three stand there. Hope, don't go eating the ground, there's nothing special here. I'm going to do a flying change there, canter sideways here. So, this horse here is very special. You say, a lot of people say, oh, you've been very blessed. I had a stay-in Australia called Nugget, and people would say that you only get one horse as good as Nugget. He's a 1 in a million. This horse here, I would consider him to be a 1 in a billion as he canters sideways, backwards. He basically can put himself anywhere at any time. And the saddest thing is, people think he's more famous. All he does is stand around looking pretty. Here I'm going to take this beautiful boy, pick him up to Canberra. Might do a few flying changes, just because it's fun to do. And he's always been just one of those special ones. And he's very understated. He's not a horse that needs you to talk about him too much. He's not a horse that would like to have his own Facebook page like Lightning does. He's just a horse that wants to go out and do a job. And the greatest thing, though, is he was awarded an award last year for being the most recognisable Australian stock horse in the industry for showcasing how great this breed is. So he's got an award for being so brilliant. And I know what you're thinking. Why would you have one canter in place? Do you have any idea how much fun this is? I mean, it's awesome. And you see the children at Walmart keep popping in 20-cent coins into there. It's just great. I know why they do it. And you can see that the energy that he does that with. And look at the horse in the middle, Aussie. He's going, geez, please don't make me do that. That looks like a lot of hard work. Old Aussie, he wouldn't like that at all. But I'm going to show you what he's good for. With my brand new pair of cream jeans, I'm going to ride him and get absolutely filthy. Just for you. First I'll come and pick up these boys. I'm going to come and stand here. You'll notice that when I work with them, I do a lot of things that people would consider to be wrong. Walking up to the hip of a horse, side passing up to his hind end. These are things we're told not to do as kids. But these aren't horses anymore. Not just horses. They're always horses, and it's important that they remember that. But these are my family and my friends, and we get away with a lot of stuff when we get a relationship like that. So I get to do things with these horses that you wouldn't normally do with young ones. With young horses, I'm very careful to do what's right to keep them safe and happy and well. But once they become friends and family, the rules change. Ozzy doesn't need a bridle and saddle for me to ride him around here. Wherever I look, he says, Dad, I'm going to stay underneath you. If I think up the canter on the right lead, he's going to pick up and flow around. He's going to run around like a good old ranch horse from Texas. He's not going to do flying changes every stride. He's going to stop when I ask him to, turn around and go the other way. It's going to look like he's asleep while he's doing it, because that's who he is. And it's no good me saying to him, Ozzy, why can't you be more like Spin Abbey? I just say to him, I don't want you to be like anyone else, but I want you to be the best version of you. If we could all do that, if we could all go along in life and be the best version of us. God didn't make us the same for a reason. He didn't want clones. He wanted every single one of us to have a part in this world. If I was compared to my oldest brother, my second oldest brother Cameron, I'd have been a failure. That man can put his hand to anything. He's a jack of all trades. I'm not. I'm a master of one. That doesn't make me any less. If you put Cameron out here in Aussie, he probably wouldn't look that good because there wouldn't be the connection there. So we all have a place to be in this world. And Aussie, you're a lovely boy. So I'm going to bring him along here. I might ask him to canter off straight and stop him there. That was a bit gross. I'm going to see if I can't get him to lay down for you. Ozzy likes laying down because he's found that I cannot get angry at him for not going fast when he's down there. Now I normally like to crack the whip, but People want to say that horses are silly, but Ozzy knows that I can't crack it while he's laying on it. So here I'm going to take the whip here. I normally take two, but I left one up the top. The Australian stock whip is a skill that we have back home, very much like the cowboy rope of the American cowboy. Can you get up because they want to do other things this afternoon? Good boy, Ozzy. Now, the other day I did this and he nearly fell over because he was sleepy. Oh, you're trying today. Come on, you can do it. What a good boy. Thank you. So, I don't know, I'm not too sure if I should, because I do ride really lightning. I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this here will show you the ability of the horse I ride if you'll watch him, because this horse has cutting bred in him. So I'm going to see if he will follow along and track this little horse here. And he's doing what's very natural for him to do, is basically say, Dad's in a bad position, let me utilise that. And he's good, because while he acts like a cow, I get to show you how I chase one. You'll notice how he runs along in the wrong lead behind and the right lead in front. It seems that when he does that, it's just to show that his mind's not connected to the job. And he is a great little horse, but you'll notice that this boy just tracks along and gets in position. And this is a skill too, when the horses are doing something that we do not want necessarily. And I can just send him back. I'm going to get to the outside here and pop him around there. I'm just going to say, you go where it's most comfortable to be. I'm going to put a little more pressure there and just ask him to move over a little more. Lightning, you are a rascal. Rascal means that he's a bit cheeky. Here I'm going to bring him over quieter, see if he can come over and change sides. And he's earned to ride. Now, I don't ride him a lot with the bridle and saddle too much anymore either, because we're always on the road. But I've ridden him probably 10 times without a bridle and saddle, and they've all been good. So I'm going to give him a ride here to show you what this little fella's like too. I like to be able to get them all to be able to do these kinds of things, just so I know who they are. Because he's a bit of a character, I'll make sure that I have a stop on him. You'll notice he's bobbing his head up and down. He's just making sure that you're all looking at him. He would hate to think that you were looking at me. So I'm going to ride him around here and see if we can stop him up there. Do a roll back and go off to the left. So he's a lovely little horse. He has a lot of quarter horse on his bottom side, but all that thoroughbred on the top side, and he is very much the Australian stock horse type. Ozzy, stop yawning, you didn't work that hard. I'm going to bring him down here and stop him up. Might see if we can't turn him around. As I say, I haven't ridden him probably more than 10 times this year, because we're over in Australia, we're performing, we came back and I rode him a few times with the bridle and saddle on. He is a wonderful little lay-down horse, this one. Actually the best I have in my team. In 3 different countries, he really lays down. Good, because he knows that I normally get off when he lays down. Not only is he a great lay-down horse, but I always hunger to have a dog on the road, but they're hard to take with us, so I just bring Lightning instead. He's a pretty little dog. You're a good boy. Such a powerful little fella. Thank you. So, tonight, I'm going to ride my beautiful boy, Hope. Oh, excuse me, I'm going to come in here. I'm going to ride my beautiful boy, Hope, on my left, and he is my best bridleless and saddleless horse, but I have had some people ask me over the show, can they all do this, or you just got one horse you can ride bridleless and saddleless, one horse that you can lay down? They're all very good at what they do. Easy, mate. If you can help that, that'd be good. So, you'll notice that I put my right foot in the stirrup there and I'll hop back on. Well done, boys. I'm going to take Hope from my left and up to my right. And it's really important to me that we make the shows a little different for those of you that have seen us all week. The biggest thing I do with my horses, I don't ever want them to anticipate something. I don't want them to go, we go out and we have to do just this. Because I come in some days and they say, Guy, you've got 10 minutes. Peter Doubleday, that's running the show, does an incredible job of keeping the show together, and I want to help him. So if he says you've got 10 minutes today and 20 minutes tomorrow, I don't want my horses to feel that they need to have the same thing every time. So all I have them do is wait on me and do what I ask when I ask, and then it doesn't matter how long we're out here. And I pick up these 2 boys. Please know that I normally have them shiny and pretty. They look a little rough. They do look like workhorses from Australia right now. I'm going to can around that little fellow on the ground. He's going to get up without me asking, because that seems to be what he likes to do. And I'm really proud of him, to tell you the truth, because he is a fantastic little fella. So I'm going to step around in here and stop. And we'll just do that again. The biggest thing is that a little horse like this, here on my left, he would love to upset me. If he could upset me and make me angry, he would giggle like most young teenage boys would. And he'd say, if I upset Mum and Dad, they'll eventually go away and leave me alone. I don't get upset. I just go, geez, you've got some energy today. Let's go out and clean the stable. Or maybe you want to mow some lawns. That way, if he keeps continuing to play out, my house and my place is going to look real pretty. And I'm going to get myself an animal or a child that is educated and respectful. And so I just popped him down and said, I love the energy of what you did. I don't like the application. Try again. And he goes, you know what? I can't upset him. So I may as well just do it his way. It's not as fun as my way. It's not as good as my way. But if I do it his way, I might get back to the store where you have to wash me for an hour and a half. Here I'm going to bring all three horses over the top of my 5-year-old to show you that we're all in the same arena together. I want to be with you all. Thank you. So, I've spent more than enough time in this arena with you. I can't wait to be in here tonight. Tell your friends and family what you saw today. Come back and see us this evening. See us tomorrow at the rodeo. And thanks for having us at the Royal. We love it. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, how about keep it going? Guy McLean! Percherons, derived from France's district southwest of Paris, known as Le Perche. All of the heavy horse breeds originally bred as war horses back in the Middle Ages. And finally joining us, two Belgian teams originating out of Belgium. We'll send it down to the floor to Neil McKay and our judge, Ryan Black.
All trot, please. All trot.
The ancestors of our beautiful black Percherons came from that horse-friendly rolling green pasture southwest of Paris. Horses here grew large and hardy as a consequence of the mild temperatures, lush pastures, and good nutrition. In the early Middle Ages, the Arab and Andalusian stallions were brought into the region in order to breed with the native mares. You can see that through their head and neck, beautifully refined ears of the Percheron. These entries represent the top two from each of our breed divisions. There's one team coming back from the Clydesdales, but both of our Percheron and both of our Belgian representatives are joining us to battle it out here in a Royal Two-Horse Team Championship.
Starting at the South Mountain Farm. Start the reverse, please. Reverse.
Change of reign here, the $2,500 Royal Heavy Horse Two-Horse Championship, sponsored by the Burger Bar. Belgians leading the way across the middle here on our reverse. Belgium lying in the very center of that area of Western Europe that gave rise to the large horses known as Flemish horses, also referred to as the great horses by medieval writers. Today's Belgian, still a great worker, become a great wagon horse. And the fact that Belgians are equally effective in pulling competitions as well as in our hitch competitions really says it all about this versatile horse, the beautiful blonde Belgians.
Down to the walk. Walk, please. Walk. Trot on. All trot, please. Trot.
The bay and white Clydesdales put to the natural wood wagon here today. The Clydesdales In the late 19th and early 20th century, thousands were exported from Scotland and sent throughout the world, including to Australia and New Zealand, where they became known as the breed that built Australia. Percherons were also big exports in the early 1900s from France to North America. However, after the Great War began, embargo was placed on French Percherons as they were needed for the war effort.
Starting with Carson Farm, start the lineup and use lineup.
Once our teams are lined up, Judge Ryan Black will walk the line and inspect each of our entries, looking over that beautiful chrome and patent leather harness, the historically restored freight wagons, and each of our beautiful teams, looking at the conformation of each of the animals, deciding who will be our Royal Two-Horse champion here today. You'll also ask each entry to rein back in the line, and we'll introduce them as per salute as we come. Looks like we'll start at the south end here this afternoon. Starting at that south end, how about a salute for the black and red wagon of South Mountain Farm? Up next, how about a salute for the white wagon of McLean Stable? Have kindly organized themselves by breed. Here we'll meet the Percherons up next. Right in the middle of the line, we meet the team from Express Ranches. Beautiful Percheron horses right in the middle of the ring. Great job by our lady driver here today from the All-Star Farm. And our final team up here at the north end, the Natural Wood Wagon of Carson Farm. Judge Black marking his card now. We will know the winner of our Royal Championship here in just a few moments. Our thanks once again to Jason Hill and the Burger Barn, our class presenter here on our Saturday afternoon program. $2,500 Royal Heavy Horse Two-Horse Team Championship. Class number 173, $2,500 Royal Two-Horse Team Championship. Our thanks once again to Jason Hill of the Burger Barn presenting our class. We'll ask your winner to drive around to the winner's circle to receive your award. Our Royal Two-Horse Team Champions. Right in the heart of the lineup, it's Express Ranches this afternoon. They're gleaming blue and white with the beautiful black Percherons stepping forward into the winner's circle. Wonderful presentation as our Royal Champions Once around for your salute, ladies and gentlemen. There they are, your royal champions of the two-horse team. Lauren Mast makes the winning drive today for Bob Funk all the way from Yukon, Oklahoma. Express Ranches making the trip up to the Royal Horse Show every year. Thank them for their support of our heavy horse division. A red ribbon drive here in our Royal Two-Horse Championship. Reserve champion, it's 863, also from the Percheron's All-Star Farm. Miss Nicole Hungsberger drives out of the line for Doyle and Renee Dickman of Bellevue, Michigan. Our Royal Reserve champion here today from the All-Star Farms, the beautiful blue and white freight wagon coming out for the reserve presentation. Our third award goes to the Belgians of McLean Stables. It's the White Wagon. Moving out of line now, driven by Scott McLean. Kim and Scott McLean of East Halifax, Ontario. 5:59, finishing in third. Fourth goes to 550 from South Mountain Farm. Black and red with the Belgians driven by Maxime Poirier. 550 routing into fourth. And our fifth award is 621 from the Carson Farms, the Natural Wood Wagon of David and Margot Carson, Listowel, Ontario. James Kupfer is the driver. Carson Farms finishing in fifth. Horses cantering on the left lead, first direction of the ring. You see the left foot leading the way. That is by design, helping balance through the turns. Walk please, all walk.
Reverse and strike the trot.
And we'll hit the reverse now. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's show them some enthusiasm here as they step on down that rail. second direction. Once again, that inside leg leading the way, entering the right lead on our second way of the ring. We'll have a final round of competition for the Royal Battle of the Breeds this evening. $4,000 on the line in this one, $8,000 in prize money to be given away on Saturday night.
Walk, please, walk. And line up, please, line up.
And we call for the lineup here in the Royal Battle of the Breeds, round number 3. As for the lineup now, beautiful presentation of our saddle seat discipline, ladies and gentlemen. How about a round of applause for our Battle of the Breeds today? Class number 1803 on the roster here, the Royal Battle of the Breeds, this round 3 with $4,000 in prize money on the line here for our winning teams. Beautiful field of 6 joining us here this afternoon. Everyone welcome to the show back once again here the Saturday night finale of the Battle of the Breeds with $8,000 to be given away in that one. We'll welcome to the winner's circle here, Battle of the Breeds round 3 winner, Team Frisian getting it done today. Here's Detmar K. 775, written by Kimberly Blease, the owner and the rider, Barrie, Ontario. Nicole Friedman making the presentation once again, and to our red ribbon winner, Detmar K. A win for Team Saddlebrad, a win for Team Morgan, and now a win for Team Frisian. We'll settle the score on Saturday night. Battling the Breeds. Second in this nice class will go to 787, Gossip Girl. Leanne Hong is the owner and the rider. Half Arabian represented here as our reserve winner. Third award goes to number 788, Creme de la Creme. Kathleen Doria is the owner and the rider, Manchester, Connecticut, also from Mary Trowbridge's operation. Arabians represented second and third in our group. Fourth will be number 774, Encore Cherie. Ashley Cook Fletcher riding for Darlene Cook. Newcastle, Ontario, 774 in fourth. Fifth award goes to 780, Cornerstone, Robert Van Sickle, the owner and the rider, St. George, Ontario, 780 finishing in fifth. And our sixth award goes to 789, Alton Irish Lad. Faith Tent Robillard is the owner and the rider of Acton, Ontario, 789 finishing in sixth. let's crank it up and send them off with a round of applause. Here's the Frisian Denmark. Round 3 of the Battle of the Breed. He's roamed in a semi-feral state, climbing mountains, leaping ravines, and running over the rough moorland terrain. They developed into a hardy breed due to the harsh climate, limited shelter, and sparse food sources of their native country. Send it down to the floor, ringmaster Neil McKay and Judge Simon Bigley.
Trot, please. All trot.
At some point in their development, the characteristics of the breed as they're known today are thought to have been established by the late 15th century. He's here in this 12.2 hand and under pleasure driving class, $1,000 at Denver, Silcox and family.
Reverse on the diagonal from the in-gate. Trot, please, and start to reverse.
Streets. Well, on the upland farms of Wales, the Welshes would often have to do everything from plowing a field to be important to the economy of England and the UK. Many were harnessed for use in mines, both above and below ground.
Down to the walk. Let's walk.
pleasure to drive in the pleasure driving division. This for the ponies 12.2 hands and under will have the larger version of this class, the over at 12.2 hand for pleasure driving pony or cob. That'll be coming up in a class or two. That'll be the final qualifier for that Royal Welsh Pleasure Driving Championship. This belonging to Dr. Ray and Nancy Fisher, the black and white horses put to the roof seat break today. The unicorn class here, the Frisians of Stone Creek. Irvin Steenbeek drives. George IV Payton is their vehicle for the Stone Creek Frisians. And our final team, the beautiful white-clad Ruby Rubies, the Czech horses, put to the break for Shallow Brook. Farm Judge Mark Broadbent judging the Green Meadows. Unicorn will send it down to Neil McKay.
Trot, please. All trot.
Told you about the beautiful Clad Rubies, the white horses from the Czech Republic. This breed, almost 400 years old, yet is remarkably rare. The main breeding center is the National Stud Farm in the Czech Republic. It was based on imported Spanish and Italian horses, crossed with Neapolitan, Danish, Holstein, Irish, and Oldenburg blood, in addition to the Czech breeds of heavy horses. The Clad Ruby was first developed to pull the imperial coach at ceremonies and funerals for the court of the House of Habsburg.
Starting with the steam big entry. We'll change the rein, please. Change the rein.
And that long and thick mane and tail, also the feather on their lower legs, which is deliberately left untrimmed. Beautiful presentation of the Stone Creek Frisians. They're put to the George IV Phaeton today. Phaeton was a form of sporty open carriage popular in the 18th and early 19th century. Drawn by 3 horses here today, typically featured a very minimal, lightly sprung body. With open seating, it was both fast and maybe a little dangerous back in the day, giving rise to its name of Phaeton.
Walk, please. Walk. All walk. The Waller entry. We'll begin the lineup, please. Lineup.
We'll head for the lineup with our unicorn teams here. The Green Meadows Unicorn, presented each and every year here at the Royal Horse Show by Hugeson Consulting. Limited back to the 1960s here at the Royal Horse Show, long-standing tradition of excellence for our Green Meadows teams. Up the line here, they're put to the roof seat break. The roof seat break, about 1844, King Louis Philippe presented a roof seat break to Queen Victoria. British builders copied and modified that design, and large public versions came to be built, sometimes having seats wide enough to carry 4 people. Think of this as a very early predecessor to a station wagon or a minivan, as it made a great vehicle for transporting an entire family. Dutch warm bloods once again here, the black and white team of Dr. Ray and Nancy Fisher. They are the ones there to the roof seat break today. First in line, the Bay at Dutch warm bloods, rounding to the bonneted Phaeton. Stone Creek Frisians up next in the line.
这才刺激啊！刺激我们拍你。
St. Mary's, Ontario, for
应该没事，这个不是，这是草，碎草地。
The horses from the Netherlands. And last in line at the south end, the white-clad Rubies of John P. White of Newton, New Jersey, put to the break today for Shallow Brook Farm. Beautiful white-clad Rubies up on the south end of our Coca-Cola Coliseum. Final evaluation here by Judge Mark Broadbent, coming to us across the pond from the United Kingdom. Presiding over our coaching and division, Green Meadows Unicorn here today.
那个楼梯从那进去，你进去。
不要下去。
啊？
不要下去。
那我拍你，好啊。我就用手机拍，你拿相机拍。
As our judge marks his card, ladies and gentlemen, they've taken us a tour back through history. Would you give them a round of applause for stride here at the strong trot from our Welshes?
Down to the walk. Walk, please, walk.
Down to a flat-footed walk to showcase the manners and suitability of our Welshes for a pleasure driving partner.
Trot, and we'll start the reverse on the diagonal from the in-gate. Trot, please, trot.
We'll change direction here. Top four from this over 12.2 division, all qualifying to show back for our Welsh Pleasure Driving Championship. The Breed Society for the Welsh Breeds has four sections, primarily distinguished by height, but also by variations in type. The Welsh Mountain Pony is Section A, the Welsh Pony Section B, Welsh Pony of Cobb.
Strong trot, please. Line up as you come around, please. Return to the trot and line up.
Each of our teams here, determining our winning entries here in our Welsh Pony or Cobb driving. Great. Kristen Brunner, the operating driver, Hillsburg, Ontario, qualifying for that championship round. Fifth is 1265, Quillen Apollo. Amy Riley for Elizabeth Francis, Buzzards Bay, Massachusetts, 1265 in fifth. And sixth is 1230 for Maple Lane Mokuba. Claire Philpott, owned entry, Patricia Hendrick. He's the driver today, Claire from Goodrich, Michigan. 1234, finishing in sixth.
不是挡住，它是把旁边挡住，只能看前面。马的视角是180度，你知道吧？这270度。
In the Americas and Great Britain, the first Hackney pony imported into the North American countries was 239 Stella, brought to Philadelphia by Mr. A.J. Cassatt in 1878. In 1891, Mr. Cassatt, another Hackney, sent it down to Puerto Rico.
Park base.
Park base is highly collected. The drop of the Hackney pony park base. this job. Carrying chores to show off in the park on a Sunday. Showing off for you here in the Coca-Cola Coliseum at our Royal Horse Show.
And reverse, please. Park base. Use caution, please. Reverse.
Drivers reversing at will here in our junior exhibitor, Hackney or Harness Pony Canadian Championship, $375 event, proudly sponsored by the Canadian Hackney Society's Junior Division. Hackney green for folks of any age. We have our youngest competitors here in the show in the junior exhibitors.
I gotta get a picture of all these. I asked,
At our World's Championship for the Hackney Ponies in Louisville, Kentucky, you'll see exhibitors up into their 80s still enjoying the Hackney Pony. Fun for all ages. Beautiful aristocrat of the show ring.
oh, it checks off. That was a great class. Someone's gonna have to start producing children around us because...
I don't think that was artillery, was it?
No, I don't think so. No.
Steve Dawson's little girl.
Good.
Send her over. I'll teach her.
Well, we're gonna make Yuki's girls do this. And Yuki. I said to that the other day. Actually told her, this is funny.
Each of our entries being asked to stand quietly and back readily. Our junior exhibitor division showing their willingness and practicality suitability for a young driver. Their dedication and passion for agriculture and the Canadian sheep industry is outstanding. What our Royal Agricultural Winter Fair is all about. Leading our procession today is our bagpiper, Doug Davidson, along with 2017 winner Allison Pepper. 2018 showmanship champion is Kayla Ness, and the 2018 grand champion lamb handled by Hannah Hutching. 3 contestants for Royal Sheep and Wool Ambassador, Anna Gallagher, Morgan Passmore, and Jonathan Parkinson. Ladies and gentlemen, how about it for our Sheep and Wool Ambassador? Looks like this will be the class, our championship underway. Let's send it down to Neil McKay.
Trot, please, all trot. Strong trot now. Trot and start to reverse on the diagonal, please. Trot on.
Heading second direction now in our Welsh Pleasure Driving Championship, our Royal Championship presented by the Welsh Pony and Cob Society of Canada. enjoyed the Welsh driving divisions here over the last couple days here at the Royal. They kicked off our horse show last night with a great presentation in the ladies' pleasure driving. They're back today for their open competitions. And crown their Welsh pleasure driving champion here to close out our Saturday afternoon family day here at the Royal. Champion here today. Each of these horses and ponies showing multiple times here on the afternoon. Our ponies and cobs showing for us great effort here today, ladies and gentlemen. How about a final payoff, a salute for our Welshes.